So after this whole situation broke out on the internet, a lot of people on the other side has responded, including Aydens and Michael. One of them being an Instagram IG story response. But before I get into all of that, guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button with notifications so you don't miss out on any of the updates. Rhonda's cousin had actually responded to one of the feeds that was on Facebook about Zkira, and she was actually responding to Zkira's family members. She said, y'all really trying to make it seem like it's so crazy and mad weird. Y'all the ones who don't have sympathy. Y'all have no idea what my cousin's going through. Now, I don't think everyone thinks that they have logged Zkira off. In fact, a lot of people feel that Zkira is still alive. No, y'all throwing lick shots. Y'all keep saying the truth, like my cousin logged her best friend off. Like, come on now, be for real. Obviously, y'all don't know the relationship they have. Don't be disrespectful and you won't be disrespected. Y'all not even trying to see what my cousin is going through. She literally lost both of her Gmas, I think she meant to say grandmas, then her dad, then Zkira, all back to back. She don't have the energy to try and fight her own defense. So y'all bashing her and making it seem like a bad friend is horrible of y'all. And of course, we're coming behind my cousins. As long as we keep seeing anything negative or wrong about her, we will keep responding, and just as simple as that. Granted, we love Zkira as well, but y'all don't want to see the other side of things, so neither will we. Don't want to hear none of this BS. Lastly, baby, I'm a Ellis. Haha, never heard of a Kemp in Killeen besides Zkira. Who are you? Now, someone else named Naya also responded. She said, I'm just saying this. I'm sorry for your loss first and foremost, and your daughter was very beautiful and always tried to help other people, and I loved her personally. And yes, the truth will come out, but Rhonda was injured and also seen as people is forgetting that. And she also had to be helped out of the car due to her injuries. Rhonda's never been that type of person to just leave somebody behind, but she couldn't even help herself at the time being. So blaming Rhonda needs to chill out when she wasn't the one driving. Everyone was just looking for someone to blame, and again, we are all blaming the wrong person. Hurt people will try to hurt other people. Y'all have already been through enough, and she has already been through enough also. People can't even grieve in peace, and it's crazy y'all are pointing fingers at her for what though? Was she behind the wheel? No. She was drinking and driving? No. She was just trying to enjoy herself with the two people she loved. So please take time to grieve in peace instead of pointing fingers. Keep in mind, she hasn't really mentioned any of the inconsistencies. Someone responded to her, why did Rhonda block this lady and lie saying Zkira was driving? Why did she not attend her best friend's funeral or even come to Texas? She definitely thought she knew what she was doing. I don't believe Yolanda said that Rhonda blocked her, but anyway, let's continue. Naya responded saying, she did not attend because Yolanda was threatening her and she has messages to prove it. Yolanda did end up responding to this, but keep watching, I will show you that. I just gotta get through the other responses. She is not blocked from Rhonda's page or her number. They were injured and needed therapy. That's why she didn't come back. But then her alleged cousin claimed that she didn't come back because the car blew up. So two contradicting stories here. Was it because the car blew up, or was it because she was injured and needed therapy? In my opinion, it seems like they can't keep up with their own lives, or they've been told different stories from Rhonda. What's really interesting, a lot of people were responding to them, talking about how she wouldn't respond about Rhonda and Mike were allegedly lying about Zkira drinking and driving. Not once did they try to debunk it.
He told me that Kira was driving. Here, I can we was out celebrating Rhonda's birthday on the 4th of July in DC and in Maryland, because that's always Kira's dream. And we're glad we got to make it come true before she passed away. Unfortunately, that happened to her. But if you want to know the truth, Kira was driving drunk.
But guess what? The autopsy said that she was found in the rear seat. And the police car report shows that Michael was the one who was the driver of the car. The occupant was Zkira, and she was found seated in row 2. There is proof in the autopsy that she didn't have enough alcohol to be considered drunk. Yolanda did respond. She said, I never threatened nobody, so you can stop that lie, and once the medical info come out, you will see the truth. So I'm gonna say that, but you can definitely feel like you feel. I think she was meant to say how you feel. Naya responded to Yolanda saying, this is the last thing because I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. We have all the messages that you've sent to Rhonda's phone, and the only reason we're not posting all that we have is because Zkira would not want this at all. So you have a wonderful day, and yes, we will see when the truth comes out. Now, I did reach out to Naya and go, hey, is there any chance I can see these messages to see if it's true? But again, what Naya's saying, it could be a justification to cover up a lie. Now, let's go into Aydens' response. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know that this is my opinion. Aydin never actually said in his response that he was addressing what Yolanda and what everyone else is saying, but you can clearly read between the lines, and I'll get into detail with that.
Hey, never, ever subject yourself to people that really don't give a about the fact of the matter because they want to ride and live in conspiracy.
And I never said a conspiracy, I said inconsistencies.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the truth of the matter only prevails to people who care about the actual truth.
He said his son died in his kid.
He said with his son and the other son in the hospital.
You know what I'm saying? It will never prevail to people that already have a premeditated notion or narrative that's already on their mind type. You will never ever get through to those people. So never try to seek truth or try to explain truth to those people, because they already have their answer. They already have their predetermined answer when they come to you. They really don't even give a what you got to say next. They just want to be entertained by what you could possibly say. They want to break away and take away the things that adhere to what they already think. So therefore, don't give them none of that. Stick to your truth. Stick to the truth.
I will say this though, it is very weird that you're really good friends with someone and you wouldn't even want to try to help the mother to understand or give closure and get the answers. It just seems very suspect. Now, a YouTuber by the name of Nosy Bystanders, one of her supporters allegedly messaged Michael. Now, she chose not to show the message, I'm assuming to protect the person who was messaging Michael, but this is what she ended up reading.
I don't even know why the state of Maryland would have to lie, and why would the police would have to lie, and even better, the ambulance or the hospital. Why would anybody lie? Why would anybody try to cover up this story? It was just a simple accident. Then he says, get outside yourself and think humanely with everything that's going on and be logical. We not no special people that have the code of protection. We're just some regular people going through some stuff just like everyone else is every single day. He said, we're just not deciding to live in conspiracy theories. We don't have time to live in conspiracy theories. We live in the real world, and it affected everybody. Talking about Zkira's death, it affected all of them.
The thing is, this is not a conspiracy. There is an audio recording of a man saying that a big guy that lived down the road,
They lay down the farm place down here.
and down that road, guys, it just happens to be a lake house where allegedly Zkira and those people were staying. Just so happened to be a big guy, and Aydens' father is very big, and he's stating that he said his son died in the car. How do you explain that? Keep in mind, guys, Mike, Rhonda, Aydin never knew about this audio. They don't know about that until it came out. If I was Zkira's best friend, right, a really good friend, not even a good friend, a damn stranger, if I was a stranger that was there and a neighbor told this mother that it was a boy that died in the accident, and then you have another inconsistency with the autopsy. If that happened, I'm gonna be there to help you to understand so you get closure, because it's not about me. It's about you.
He then goes on to say that who has time to fake these injuries, because he broke his kneecap, and I think some people were alleging that his injuries were fake. Think logically, who has literal time to do that with everything going on in the world, and who has time to get into conspiracy theories? Something about our friend, we lived in reality where we're going through stuff and don't have time for people who don't really care. Y'all don't care. When she was here and she was going through a lot, and she stayed with us and she ate with us and she worked with us.
This sounds like a fallacy, but you don't care about, you never cared, blah, blah, blah. See, it sounds like they're trying to use excuses not to speak out about this. But again, once this goes through the courts and stuff, I hope they have the same energy and they tell the court this.
And she called our house home, and we all understood that we were here for each other in one place, and we were here and we only had each other. Home is where the heart is. Home is where my family is. And see, that's some stuff that people would never understand. And that's some stuff And that's the same stuff that people lack in their homes. They overlook that. That's some stuff that people don't give a darn about their kids and why they overlook it. That's why they talk down to her friends. That's why they call us murderers. That's why they hate us, but never want to speak on the type of environment that made Zkira leave her home.
That's because no one knew about this type of environment that you're saying. How come you're not going out there talking about it, right? Anyway, let's keep listening.
He said the type of stuff that made her even want to move to Maryland.
That's very interesting because if you go to Zkira's Facebook, if you go into the comments, she stated she was spending time with friends. That's why she was out there. Nothing about moving. Why wouldn't she tell her other friends that she was moving there? Yeah, exactly.
And that's the type of stuff that made her move out of her dorm and move in with us. He said, mind you, we didn't care because that's the type of people we are. We're raised to love and embrace one another and not hate each other. But that's honest stuff. Y'all don't want to know anything about that stuff. That's the stuff that y'all don't really care about and never did. So why would I give a F about talking to a bunch of random bloggers who never gave a F about us in the first place? He said, I'll wait. He said, like I said before, peace and blessings and less stress.
I contacted Yolanda as well to say, hey, was she moving? And she said, okay, Yolanda, did Zkira live with you or in a dorm? She goes, while in Houston at school, she had apartments on campus in Houston, and when school out, she lived with me. I saw the message, he just talking. Yes, she was over their house every day. She didn't live with them. So if these messages are real, right? It sounds like it's coming from a place of a lot of selfishness. Oh, it's about me. Not about, okay, wow, how about I go talk to Rhonda and really clearly explain everything, or at least put it out there on paper so she can read it. You know, something. But there's nothing, right? I also think Mike and Aydens are being manipulative by using these fallacies or what people are saying by turning it back to you of, oh, well, you're doing this for clout. Or, well, you don't really cared about her before. La, la, la. It's funny how they bring that up. And that's because they don't want to engage in the facts and what is out there. The inconsistencies that are out there. And it definitely looks like that if Zkira was in the car, Mike is hiding the fact that it was him who was driving. While you're here, make sure to check out this timeline, which I can't really tell you to go check it out now because someone decided to take the video down. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching and subscribe for more updates.